beautiful hearts. Today in this video I'm going to tell you how to crochet this mini Christmas sweater ornament. So I have made two. These are actually the trial one. So you can see I have made it with double crochet stitches, and here I placed single crochet stitch, and the joining I have done with slip stitch. And actually it's the trial one, so I tried with single crochet, but I didn't like the finishing, but the slip stitch it's good. So don't worry, I'm going to show you the best one. Okay, so it's just the trial one that I was doing, and I love the way the finishing looks with slip stitch. And with single crochet I didn't like it, but if you like, then you can make for your Christmas ornament. But in the tutorial I'm going to say you how to join with a slip stitch. Okay, so it's completely up to you whether you want to give a neck border. Like you can see here I didn't give any border, but still it's looking good. So it's completely on you whether you want to give the border or not. So I'll be teaching you today in this tutorial how to crochet the ornament with border. So if you don't want the border and you want to keep it plain this way, then you can just skip this step. So let's get started. So here I have taken yellow yarn, and I'll be crocheting it with 3.25 hook. Hope you can see it clearly. But these two I had actually crocheted with I guess it's 3.5 hook, but for the tutorial I'm taking the 3.25 hook. So after finishing we can see what the difference it does make. So you can choose your own hook size, like whether 3.5 or 3.25, and make your ornament as big or small it would be. So fine, let's get started. With yellow yarn, make a sleeve knot, and make 14 chain. Here I have made chain 14. Now make one double crochet into the third chain from hook. So skip 1, 2, and into the 3 place a double crochet. Okay, now keep on placing double crochet into each and every chain till the end of the row, and in the end of the row you will have 12 double crochets. Here I am in the end of the row, and I'm going to place my very last double crochet into the last chain. But I'm not going to complete the double crochet, so I'll be taking red yarn or any color yarn that you prefer for your ornament. So here I'll be taking red yarn, and I'll complete my double crochet. Okay, all that. So you just can tie knot here with these two yarns. So I'll just cut off the extra yarn and tie a knot. Okay, now make chain 2, turn your work, place one double crochet into the same stitch. So this is the very first stitch, and I'm going to place one double crochet into the same stitch, and keep on placing one double crochet into each and every stitches till the end of your row. The next two rows are just a repetition of row 2. So for the next row, it just chain 2, turn your work, place one double crochet into the same stitch, and one double crochet into each and every stitch till the end of the row. So you have to repeat this pattern for another 2 rows. So I'll be meeting you in the end of row 4. So row 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So for row 5, make chain 2, turn your work, one double crochet into the same stitch, one double crochet into each and every stitch till the end of your row. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 rows of double crochet. Now make chain 8. Okay, so turn your work, and from the second chain from your hook, So skip the first chain and into the second place a slip stitch. Now into
7 chains, place a slip stitch.
So in total of 7 chains I placed a slip stitch. Now place slip stitch into these 12 stitches. Starting from the very first stitch, keep on placing a slip stitch into the 12 stitches. Now make chain 9. Skip the first 2 chains and into the third chain place a double crochet. Now keep on placing double crochets into the rest 60 chains also. So you see I placed 7 double crochets in total. Now place double crochets into these 12 stitches. So keep on placing double crochets into the 12 stitches and then I'll say you what to do. So in this row we placed 7 double crochets into the chains, 12 double crochets into the stitches, and now place 7 double crochet into these chains, means double crochets into the 7 chains. So this is row 8, chain 1, and turn your work. Place single crochet stitch into the very first stitch. Okay, and place single crochet into next of the 9 stitches. That means including the very first single crochet, we will place 10 single crochet in total. So you see here I placed 10 single crochet in total, starting from very first. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So now we'll be doing chain 6. So it's chain 6. Now skip 6 stitches, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and into the next stitch place a single crochet. Now place single crochet into the next stitches, and starting from this point you will have 10 single crochet stitches. For row 9, chain 2, turn your work, place double crochets into each of the stitches and place double crochet into these chains also. So you will have 10 double crochets here, like 1 double crochet into the 10 stitches, 1 double crochet into these 6 chains, and 1 double crochet again into these 10 stitches. Okay, so starting from the very first stitch, place a double crochet, keep on placing double crochet into each stitch, and you will have 10 double crochet stitches till here. Now I'll be placing double crochet into the 6 chains also. Now I'll be placing 10 double crochets into the stitches here. Now for row 10, turn your work into the very first stitch here, place a slip stitch. Now keep on placing slip stitches in 8 stitch. Okay, so we placed 1 slip stitch, 2 slip stitch, now 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. Now make chain 2, place a double crochet into 12 stitches. So here I placed my first double crochet into the same stitch. Now place double crochet into next of the 11 stitches, and you will have 12 double crochets in total. So here I am in the end of row 10 and leave 7 stitches onward. Okay, so Now for row 11 to 13, okay, so this is 10. Now 11, 12 and 13 rows, you just have to repeat the same pattern of making chain 2 and turning your work in each row and placing one double crochet in each of the stitches. So in each row you will have 12 double crochets in total, and I'll be meeting you in the end of row 13. So here I'm in very close to the end of row 13, and in this row 13 I'll be making my last double crochet into this last stitch, but I'll not complete my double crochet with red yarn. I'll grab my yellow yarn and complete the double crochet. Okay, now just cut off the extra yarn of red, tie a knot here with the yarn end to secure. So for row 14 we are going to repeat the same pattern as the previous three rows. So we are going to just repeat the same pattern of making chain 2, turn your work and place one double crochet into each and every stitch till the end of your row. So here I am in the end of this row. Now fasten off and weave in this end and this end, okay, and you can just cut these extra yarns also. And let me show you, this is the wrong side and this is the right side of our work. So after cutting off these extra yarns and weaving in the end, just we have to fold it this way and join the sides with slip stitch by placing on the edge. So now fold it together, the wrong side inside and it's the right side like this, and joining both the side together, slip your hook into here, into this stitch here and into that same stitch on the other side, and grab your red color yarn and join it with chain 1 like this. Now joining both the sides together, place a slip stitch. So I'm going to slip my hook into this stitch. Okay, so slip your hook into the same stitch on the other side also here. Okay, and place a slip stitch like this. Now slip your hook into the next stitch here and slip your hook into the next stitch on the other side also. Just a minute, let me just put it inside. You can put the yarn end inside and continue with your work. Okay, so into the same stitch on the other side also and place a slip stitch. So like this you have to continue here in the edge from here till here, and then in the edge here till the end. So keep on placing slip stitch till here and then I'll meet you there. Okay, now keep on placing slip stitch on the edge of the arm also. So slip your hook into one of the stitches on this side and into the same stitch on the other side and place a slip stitch. It's that easy, and making this ornament is really super fast. You can make a number of this Christmas ornament within a very less time, because double crochet really doesn't take a lot of time, and when I have to do something quickly, then I usually prefer the double crochet stitch because it's super fast. And for this Christmas ornament also I choose the double crochet, and of course I'm pleased with my choice, and this is very super fast pattern. So here we are in the end of the here, so I'm just going to make another slip stitch here just for a even ending. That's it. Now fast enough. So hide the tail inside, hide the yarn end inside, and cut off the extra yarn, and you are done with one side. While we started the edging here, joining the edge, so we started from the down side here, but when you are going to slip stitch the other side, start it from the arm, so that both the side looks equal. Otherwise one of the stitches side will be looking this way, and means the slip stitches will be on the front side, and on the other side the slip stitch will be on the back side, so both will be looking uneven. So start from the arm. So here I am very close to the end here, and I'm going to place my very last slip stitch into this stitch and taking the other side stitch here and my slip stitch. That's it. Now fast enough. And hide all the yarn ends. You just can hide it inside. Yeah, that way. And I prefer to keep this sides open, so it's look good that way. So but if you don't like, then you can also sew these two ends with yellow color, okay, but I prefer to keep it open like this, so it doesn't matter a lot. Christmas mini sweater ornament is all ready to be decorated. So if you want to keep it plain as it is now, then you can just keep so, but if you want to add a color here, then you can continue with my next step. Otherwise, just if you like it this simple, then you can just keep it that way, okay. But if you want to make a color, so you just can make by attaching in one of the stitches here in the neckline, okay. And I'm taking my red yarn, sorry, yellow yarn okay, so yellow yarn, and join with a chain 1, and into the next stitch place a single crochet, and keep on placing single crochet into each stitch till the end of this round. Slip stitch into the very first single crochet stitch, so this is chain 1, and into this first single crochet stitch here I placed a the slip stitch, okay, and fast enough, and hide the tail too. So here it is. So hope you loved the tutorial. And another thing that I have to make clear is that I crocheted it with 3.25 mm hook, and these are being crocheted with 3.5 mm hook, I guess. This, let me check. Yeah, it's 3.5 mm hook, okay. So these two are in 3.5 and this one is with 3.25, and just let me see the difference, okay. The 3.25 is a bit little slimmer and smaller, so you can now choose your own size what you want to make, but that's not a very vast difference, right? Okay, so hope you loved the tutorial. Put your comment on the comment box here of my, if you are in my Facebook group, then you can also give your comment there also, and let me know what you want me to do next, so in any of your project. So hopefully love this tutorial, and I'll be coming with many more beautiful tutorials. Until then, goodbye.